OpenScripts are great, and we'll continue to add to the OpenScript as we progress through the tutorials. But it's important to know under what circumstances the OpenScript won't run. And this comes in a multi-file solution. Now I'm suggesting the easiest solution is a single file solution with multiple tables, but a lot of times when you get a more complicated solution, you have multiple files. You might have your sales information in one file, your marketing in another, and who knows what. The reason for that is to simplify things. You might need to occasionally go ahead and talk between sales and marketing, but most of the time you don't. So why have them in the same solution? Make it a little bit easier to manage that database. But most solutions are easy enough to fit into one file. But if you happen to have a multi-file solution, well, then you have to consider what's going to happen with OpenScripts. So we're going to go ahead and bring back the zips file. Now remember, when we were originally working with it, we actually added it as an external reference and it made it italics here. And if we go ahead and add it again, you notice that you'll probably already have the reference right here. This is not this zips right here. This zips that you see right here is actually a table we imported. This zip is your external reference. And we can add that. Put it right in there. And as long as you have zips in the same place, that zips file, it'll be able to locate it and we can create this relationship. If you don't have it in the same place, make sure you check your external references, your external data sources, and see what it says in there. You'll see that it says here file zips.fp7. Well, if you want to, you can delete this, and once you do that, when you go into manage database, you can go ahead and add the reference again. Deleting it from your external data resources will delete it from here, and you can add a FileMaker data source. So once we get this set up, what you'll notice is under the window, it's going to go ahead and open zips. So you have no choice. If we choose it and close it, it's once again open. That's because it needs to use it. It's connected to this table that we're looking at, this file we're looking at. So no matter how many times you close it, it's going to open up again as a hidden. Let's go ahead into that and add a script to it. We'll go into FileMaker, create a new script inside of zips. Just a simple thing that shows a custom dialog. There we go. Move over, show custom dialog. Script ran! Exclamation point. Nothing more special than that. We'll save it. We're eventually going to get rid of it, but for now we're going to put it in file options, just like we did before. Perform on open the open script. So what we'll do, we'll close it, and then we'll notice that it's opened it again, but our script didn't run. Not until we select the actual zips file. Not until it actually shows for the first time. So again, that relationship is opening as hidden, but it doesn't run that open script. So if you want it to run, what you're going to have to do is go to your open script inside of contacts and edit it and add an open file in here. So come down here and find the open file. There it is. Move it over. We can open as hidden if we want, so it stays hidden like it was before, and specify to open zips. And again, this is showing from our external data sources area. That's why that's showing up there. So we'll save that. We're going to close everything here. Make sure we have everything closed. You can see nothing's under show window. Open up our contacts, and you can see this time it ran that script. Even though it's hidden, but it doesn't have those little brackets around it. It's hidden a different way. It's open. So there's a whole two different states here. Hidden and actually open, or hidden kind of really, it's partially open. So remember that about that. Don't want to forget that. Now another thing we're going to point out here about a second file is you can use a single file interface with a 2 or 3 or 4 file solution. What I mean by that is, let's go ahead and show our status toolbar here, and we'll resume that. We'll go into layout mode, and let's create a new layout. We see we have one for the zips that's inside our file, but not one for the external. So we'll go ahead and do a new layout based on zips 2. We'll call it zips 2. Click OK, move all, next, finish, There we go. We have that in there. And what you're going to notice about this is that has 31,583 records. These are the actual records that are in the actual zips file. You can display them over inside of contacts if you want, as if it existed here. You can do a find on it. You can add a new record, and if you add a new record here, it actually adds it to the zips file. It's like a portal, a window into that other file. So this is what people often call a single file interface. You can have one file doing all the interface and have things switching from layout to layout, but we're actually really switching file to file. So this is pretty cool to have that in there. And I want to mention, and we're not going to really go over extensively over the single file interface, but it's incredibly easy to set up. You can go ahead and at this point set up anything you want. You can find, delete, edit, run a script. It's like it's here. But we're going to get rid of it, so we're going to go into layout mode. We'll delete this layout. We'll go into Manage Database. Delete the table occurrence here. So we can get that deleted. There we go. Remove it. Click OK. Go into our script. Take out that open. There we go. Save it. Close this. And then last but not least, external data sources. If we don't need it, let's remove it. There you go. And then we can move back to our form layout and go to browse mode. So remember, the most important thing is a relationship can open a file, but the open script won't run at that point. And if you need it to run, then you need to go ahead and make sure that you use open file.